Hello and welcome back to my vlog. Essays on the Constitution of the United States, Part 11, Cassius 9, Part 1. Not only am I splitting up Cassius's letters, he is continuing his. It's one lengthy deal, I think, starting with 8. They just continue on for the rest of the, and I don't believe I said continue on because I hate that redundancy, but anyway, his go from one to the next, but I'm splitting his in 2. So the Massachusetts Gazette, number 392, Tuesday, December 18th, 1787, for the Massachusetts Gazette. To the inhabitants of this state, continued from our last. Section 5 of the new Constitution says, each House shall be a judge of the elections, returns, and qualifications of its own members. A majority shall constitute a quorum and be authorized to compel the attendance of absent members in such manner and under such penalties as the law may provide. Each House shall determine the rules of its proceedings, punish its members for disorderly behavior, and with the consent of 2/3, expel a member. Each House shall keep a journal of its proceedings, and from time to time publish the same, etc. No one who professes to be governed by reason will dispute the propriety of any assemblies being the judge of the qualifications requisite to constitute a member of their own body. The part of the 5th section which says a majority shall constitute a quorum has been an object against which many anti-federal shafts have been leveled. It has been asserted by some that this clause empowers a majority of members present to transact any business relating to the affairs of the United States, and that 8 or 10 members of the House of Representatives and an equal number of the Senate might pass a law which would benefit themselves and injure the community at large. The fallacy of such assertions is sufficiently conspicuous to render them ridiculous and contemptible in the eyes of every unprejudiced mind, for the section further expresses that a smaller number than a quorum may adjourn from day to day and be authorized to compel attendance of absent members. This is all the power that is vested in a smaller number than the majority. It is therefore evident that when it says a majority shall constitute a quorum to do business, it means a majority of the whole number of members that belong to either House. Section 5 further provides that each House shall keep a journal of its proceedings and from time to time publish the same, etc. This clause is so openly marked with every feature of republicanism and expressed in such liberal and comprehensive terms that it needs no comment to render it acceptable to the enlightened citizens of Massachusetts. Section 6 provides that the senators and representatives shall receive a compensation for their services to be ascertained by law. They shall, except in cases of treason, felony, or breach of peace, be privileged from arrest during their session. The necessity of such regulations must appear plain to every one. The inhabitants of Massachusetts, fully convinced of the justness of such provision, made it in the Constitution of this state. The 6th section further says, no member shall be called to account for sentiments delivered in either House at any other place. In this clause, the freedom of debate, so essential to the preservation of liberty and the support of a republican form of government, is amply provided for. Impeded by no obstacle whatever, the patriot may here proclaim every sentiment that glows within his breast. How far despotism can encroach upon such a government, I leave the anti-federal junto to declare. The 6th section further provides that no senator or representative shall, during the time he is in office, be elected or appointed to any office under the United States. Nor shall any person holding any office under the government be elected a member of either House during his continuance in that station. This clause at once confutes every assertion of the anti-federalists respecting the new Congress being able to secure to themselves all offices of power, profit, and trust. This section is even more rigidly Republican than the Constitution of this Commonwealth, for in the General Assembly of Massachusetts, a civil officer is not excluded a seat, whereas the new Constitution expressly asserts that no person in civil office under the United States shall be eligible to a seat in either house. Section 7 provides that all bills for raising revenues shall originate in the House of Representatives. Here again, must the anti-federalists appear weak and contemptible in their assertions that the Senate will have it in their power to establish themselves a complete aristocratic body, for this clause fully evinces that if their inclinations were ever so great to effect such an establishment, it would answer no end, for being unable to levy taxes or collect a revenue is a sufficient check upon every attempt of such a nature. The seventh section further provides that every bill which passes the House of Representatives and the Senate, before it becomes a law, shall be presented to the President of the United States. If he objects to it, the sense of both houses will be again taken on the subject, and if 2/3 of the members are in favor of the bill, it passes into law. Much clamor has been made about the power of the President. It has been asserted that his influence would be such as to enable him to continue in office during life. Such insinuations are founded on a very slender basis. If the President opposes the sense of both houses without sufficient reason for his conduct, he will soon become obnoxious and his influence vanish like the fleeting smoke, and his objection to anything which the House and Senate may think calculated for the promotion of the public good will be of no effect. And I had another paragraph, but I think I will save that for tomorrow with part 2, because it starts with section 8 provides. And I don't want to cut that in the middle. I wasn't paying attention when I edited this. So more of this tomorrow. Part 2 of Cassius 9. Make it a great day, and bye for now.